This time.
Ooh. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, I can hear you. I've got in first time today. That's good. I want you to start your video.
That's what sometimes
Okay.
if I do that, it makes it easier.
Morning.
Morning. Oh,
Today.
hang on, let me put the squares up. Ah, morning.
Hiya, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God it's cooler now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's really hot, wasn't it?
Oh, our lounge was 30 degrees all the time.
Was
It was
Wow.
unbearable.
Yeah.
Unbearable.
Yeah.
I can't cope with the heat now.
No, I know. I know. Can't
Horrible.
Oh,
see, can you? Right.
Well, I got one of those temperature things from the church
All right.
all right, yeah.
up here, and even yesterday, even today, it says it's 2780.
Yeah, I know.
It says hot, reduce heat but stay warm. Babies may overheat.
I don't know about babies. I think old
Yeah.
age pensioners do as
Yeah.
well. Oh God! Oh gosh!
Yeah, I'll concur with that.
Yeah.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
I have got a little fan there.
Oh, I got our fans going. Goodness knows what.
We
All
go
curtains
from one
shut.
extreme to the other, don't we? Because the week
Yeah.
before we'd had those flipping floods and torrential rain, and then a few days later we're in 30 degrees of heat, and you
I know. There's no in
don't have a
between, is
steady
there?
No.
Never mind.
Had some heavy rain showers this morning.
Yeah, I heard those. Yeah.
Yeah, and last night.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay all the time. The carers, they keep swapping the times around. So they're coming in at 11:30 this morning. So I just let her get on with it. So when Peter comes in, I'll just have to go.
I ain't changed. I'm not touching the recording thing today.
Oh.
It's a nightmare. The funny thing is, or the irony is that the picture I did later, to replace the one from last Tuesday, was better than the one I did on Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't look.
Well, it's pretty obvious, really, because you sort of do a bit, stop.
Yeah.
And, the normal sort of process.
I'm afraid my castle was a bit straight. I didn't get the curve in. So it was a bit square looking. Chris's was good, wasn't it? Hers was brilliant.
Yeah,
painting.
Good. Yeah. I didn't actually watch the video because I've been out a bit the last couple of days and I haven't looked at my emails. So I just sort of did it from the when I'd printed off on the printer.
Doing the foliage using the pastel really.
Yeah, really I like that. I was having fun with that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I did write on the thing that if on the video, I think it was 1 hour 25. If you fast forward to 1.25, then you'll get it just does that bit. But it was nice because I was doing pastel on one side of the foliage and on the other side of the picture doing the normal.
Yeah.
I think it's in the back. They sort of complement each other in a funny way.
It's so much easier. I quite enjoyed that. It's a bit of makes a change.
That's what it's about, isn't it? You learn different.
I think I'm going to do mine. I went and bought myself some drawing pens yesterday. So I thought I might do Audrey in pen, and I might, let's see how I get on, I might just put a wash over it rather than paint it, because it all goes bandy when I paint faces.
Joyce sent me a lovely picture yesterday of the one we did for the Mal Gallery. You know, that lady.
Oh, did she?
Hang on, I'll show you. That one I want. It was like, what a twist on the theme that is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
She's very clever,
Mm.
very clever lady.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
But yeah, if you could just perhaps tone the red down a bit, which I could do in Photoshop. It's almost like a Jackson Pollock type thing.
Mind, it's easier to paint in block colours like that, isn't it, than fiddling around what we do.
And getting the shades and stuff, yeah.
I often think, like, when you watch, you know, when they do Artist of the Year, and they put all different colours on the faces, don't they? That would be nice to do.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be easier with acrylic, wouldn't it, than watercolour?
Some of those artists, though, they're not like the person at all, are they? Sometimes when they start off.
Yeah, and then they bring it back, don't they?
Yeah.
Trouble is, I haven't got the time to fiddle. I have to do it in one go, and that's it. Otherwise, you know, I haven't got time.
Right.
Fiddling around. I don't do it as well as I could, I don't think, because I haven't got the time to put
Action.
into it. Oh, she's had a haircut. Oh, you look like your picture now, Chris. Little Bob. Can we see you doing the Charleston now? Oh, she's not listening, is she? I don't.
Oh, she's yeah.
I would like on one of her ladies. Yeah. I see where you're at now.
The one up behind her.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, Egyptian looking. She's waving, but no sound.
She's connecting to audio now.
All right.
So
I think that's what I do wrong. I do something, it's Wi-Fi you've got to connect to, because I usually do that wrong. And I can't get in, so if I hit the wrong button.
There you go. If I asked her to unmute, it might come up with a button that she presses and it unmutes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. I'm doing this on my new tablet.
Oh, right. Oh.
And it's all a tiny bit different. But it's very nice to see you on a bigger screen than a 3-inch mobile phone one.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, well done.
Everyone?
Yeah, we're sober.
Oh, that's all right then, I guess.
We're up and about. I was just showing the girls Joyce's Mal Gallery one, which it was like, wow, that is really cool.
Yeah, it's really bright, isn't it? Wow, that is really sort of
that's
pop
something,
art, isn't it?
That's what she said. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I love it. She's so
We
cool.
should start doing that.
Oh,
you have to do what you have to do, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, she's come. She's supposed to be away. She'll like this. She'll like this because that'll be the opening screen when she turns up.
It's like she's got a bit sunburnt.
Yeah.
Very clever though.
Yeah.
Yours was good as well, Chris. Your picture.
Don't talk about her. Don't talk about it. No, it's a definite. I love it.
Morning.
Hi, Joyce.
We love that one. We love Joyce. We love Joyce's picture.
Hi.
I love that one.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
that's nice.
So we're just
Thank
admiring
you.
your
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
It was a
very
bit-
different.
It was a bit
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like when I got the email with that on, it's like, wow. how do that?
He's like, oh my goodness, whoa, glasses.
I think we're
Yeah.
turning into proper little.
How is everybody?
Fine,
Yeah,
thank you.
fine, thanks. Yeah, you?
Oh, it's a bit cooler.
I'm
Yeah.
fine, thank you. Yes, but
Good.
still, do you think so? I'm still a bit hot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on
it's
too.
still hot, isn't it?
Muggy, isn't it?
Mm.
Got some lovely castle ones.
Yeah,
Carol's
Yes.
put figures in. That's what I was going to do that. On mine, put them going in.
Oh, yes.
I said May Marion could be in there.
Yeah, I didn't get the shape
Yeah.
right though, unfortunately.
Mm.
That's his Chris. That's really good, isn't it? It's lovely.
Well, that's lovely.
Thank you.
May Marion's den, that is.
I do think they come out. Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Oh, that one. That was the second one I did, yeah.
oh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
nice. Mm.
Well, it was about the pastel, wasn't it? And putting it up.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
see the difference, slight difference.
Mm.
Just need a couple of figures on it and I'll be all right then.
I think if you do them again, they come out better, don't they? Because you know what you've done wrong in the first one.
Oh,
No.
I would say, how did I do that? Oh no, what the? Oh, but yeah, just take a bit of extra time.
Mm.
Yeah, that was that. I think the castles are. That's the second one we've done, isn't it? So we're getting better at doing them ourselves now. I quite like that. We're getting more
Quite difficult
confident.
to get the right colour.
Mm.
Yeah, it's I think I was using. I think I said in the last week and afterwards, I assumed it was flesh. So I had a tie-in to portraits. So I was painting the walls of the castle and buildings the same colour as people's skin, the same mixture as flesh, and adding dark onto it. It works quite well, I thought. Today's little entertainment is fun, isn't it?
Mm. Mm.
I've got.
Oh, I think that's lovely.
Yeah, I was going to do a different picture or use a different one, but I thought, well, because I like either exhibit or just sell the pictures, I thought, well, you really ought to do an image that's based on the iconic
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn image. So I think
You
I've
put
set
the other one up and then it disappeared again. Did you take it off?
which one?
The other Audrey Hepburn one.
I've got quite a selection of them actually.
Oh, I
Hang
saw it briefly and then I couldn't find it again.
I've got that's the one I
No,
wanted to
it was
use.
more of a profile one.
Ow, that hurt my ears. Yeah, there is one. That one.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was the other one. Yeah.
I've just printed that one off.
Up here.
Yeah, but I might go back and do the other one.
I think they're either. I just sort of did it to so you could see like different perspectives.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
The one with the squares on that doesn't. I can't open that one. I don't know why. I couldn't do it last week.
Yeah, I don't think I could open that one either.
No,
No, I didn't.
you put it on a different thing.
Didn't I? I thought I sent it to you again.
No, I never had it. I don't know if Chris did.
No.
Yeah, you did. You which one were you on about here?
Well, last week.
One with the squares.
Yeah,
Not that
the black
picture.
and white one with the squares. It never comes up. Well, for the last 2 weeks, it hasn't come up.
Come up on a different format with a different.
That you can't open. Yeah, that's okay.
Mm.
Oh right.
I think
I'll-
that one would be quite hard to do.
This one here, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
not doing. I'm going to do the other one straight
Yeah, I
on.
think
I
I
think.
might get
Yeah,
back
I think I'll do the other
to the
one.
other one.
well,
I think the other one looks more like her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well, you
only
can
got-
do that
I
one
only
day.
did- I only did different ones because to get so you can get some sort of idea of the skin tone. But then again, it's all baloney anyway.
Yeah, just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever looks right.
Well, there wasn't that. That's not strictly what I meant. I was thinking along the lines of that it's all makeup.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's all shadows and tones. So really, you're painting a picture, which is why the other one's better. If I could have got a cut, that's why I wanted the different color ones, so I could use that. The one with her holding the baby, which is a natural picture, without any makeup on and that. So I think it. Oh, it's the first attempt, isn't it? So just just do what comes in. Yeah, well, that's my motto.
We can't. God, you can't do a bad one of her, can I? Can we? She's so gorgeous. Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
That is the problem.
I think the gang's all here, isn't it? Pauline,
Yeah.
Anne and Gordon won't come in. Terry's had a hernia, so he's
Oh
right.
gosh.
Well, I
He's-
wondered what was wrong with him. Yeah.
yeah, he had a small operation.
Oh,
had to go for a operation.
dear.
I think he said, he won't mind me saying, he went to the doctors and the doctor said, he said, I can't, I'm a bit banged up and all the rest of it, and I've got the pain here. And then he has a look and says, yeah, that's a definite, you need to go in A&E with that.
Right.
And then A&E sort of, I think the doctor was canny, say, to speed up the process.
Yeah.
And A&E sort of took a look and said, "Oh dear, yeah," because if it's blocked, because what happens, your intestine comes out and pushes on the bits on your bowel movements and things like that.
All right.
So then if you leave it, that it can become quite dangerous.
Yeah.
So that was the reason that he had to speed. He was in. That was like Friday. He was in hospital, sorted on the Monday or Tuesday. They're messing
Right.
about.
That's good.
He was like, Terry was saying, like, "Hey, well, I don't know, I got fast tracked," and I thought, yeah, well, if it's sort of semi life threatening, they are going to fast track you a bit.
Yeah.
I'm still using this card today. It's quite thick. I could send you the link, Chris. You might be quite nice for acrylics.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of a pack of A3, but and I thought about it this morning. I thought, I could use that for acrylics, and then I thought, but that you'd have to frame it. But you could. But because it's acrylic, if you paint it, even though it's on board, once it's acrylic, you can frame it, and it ain't going nowhere. You don't need glass. That was my thought, that you need glass, but you wouldn't. It'll be fine. Hey, what colour the background then, Carol?
Pink.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yellow. Not yellow again.
No,
No.
definitely not a yellow.
Or green.
No, I've gone off of that.
Pink, I think.
Very
Yeah.
pink.
I'm definitely going for
Lovely
pink.
picture.
Yeah, well, I've only got I'm using the mop. I love this mop. This paper is it's not heavily sized like watercolor paper, but Roger Deller, who's my sort of mentor on portraits at the moment, that I've been following. I remember asking.
Excuse me a minute.
I can't get a word in edgeways. You could mute yourself for a minute. I remember asking him what paper he uses, and he was quite wasn't rude. He was just sort of ambivalent, saying, "Well, quite frankly, I'll paint on anything." So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get got a bit of white paint. I've made the paper damp. I'm going to put a blob of white there and a blob of white there. I haven't done any preparation. Oops, any preparation on this paper
Sorry about that.
at all. Like last week, it was new paper, so I experimented by putting I painted the whole thing, a couple of coats of white first, and then, you know, started my painting over it. This week I've left it all black, plain, bland, I was going to say. I was talking to someone earlier about something, and I used the word bland, so now I've got the word bland in my mind. This is Rose Madder, hence the reason I painted it white first. Look at this, right-handed again. I'm getting good at this right-handed.
Gosh.
I'm cack-handed. No, I painted it white first because this is Algerian crimson. This is Algerian crimson or Rose Madder. It's so intense, and like, look at that, just a little smidgen of it and it goes whoosh, which is all very well, but it sinks into the paper and that's the end of it. It's really difficult. I could put that in a bath and it wouldn't touch it, but I've just noticed that this paper is not very good. It does need a coating of white on it first. How do I know? Because it's starting to lift. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, am I bothered? Not at all. Well, I am, but
I don't have to scratch or anything for acrylic.
not much. What was that?
Just that new paper. You said it's okay for acrylic.
Yeah.
Does it have to be stretched or anything like that?
No, it's pretty. It's stiff. What's that other sheet got? Oh, there. Look. Yeah. It's pretty. It's that thick.
Oh, yeah.
It's about an 1/8 of an inch thick. So what I would do if I was in acrylic, I'd prime it first with just some white.
Yeah, I always.
A bit of acrylic primer if you've got it, and then Bob's your uncle, and it's double-sided. So
yeah,
for doing just sort of everyday doodles on it and things, I think it'd be quite a handy thing to have in your armory. I'm going to stick a bit of white on her dress for a minute. Find the pink brush and just spread a bit on. That's a shame. So there's like we said earlier, you learn something, and every day, every time you paint, different approaches. And this paper is just one of those things. It's not as robust as a watercolour paper because it isn't heavily sized. They put used to be stuff they made out of rabbit skin, didn't it? But nowadays it's something totally different, I suspect. There you go. I'm lucky because, well, lucky because I've got that flesh colour in my palette. But I mean, I don't always use it, but it is flipping handy. What colour is that? Mocha. It's sort of a, no, it's maroon, but it's light brown, isn't it? Yeah. So, in for a penny, in for a pound. But I don't know what I'm doing today. It's very unusual for me. I'm usually got a distinct plan in my head of what I want to do, but this is just all about having fun, colour, playing with colour. And now I've discovered that the paper can't cope with too much hassle. I think what I was saying over other weeks was try and paint with your arm, not use your fingers, not use your hand. The easy way around that is to hold the brush at the end, like right at the very end tip of it, like that. Then you can't. Then you're forced to use. I just put a pencil line where a hairline is, so I'm just gonna block it in a bit. That's it. Finished. Cilla Black. It's not Cilla Black. You nearly swore then. This is just a maroon, which is like a light brown. Well, other times I've used what's that colour? Burnt umber, isn't it? So it's just a light brown, really. But I was just looking for shapes. That's all you do, or the theory is just look for shapes. Beauty of using one colour is oh dear, she looks quite dangerous.
Scary.
Yeah, but if you look, you don't need a lot on your brush, but just try and find those tonal values. Just look for shapes, values, shapes I call them. But you can. Oh, one thing I was going to say. To get it's a bit lighter over that side. To get if you have red or the skin color red, to tone it, add green. Can you remember that? Because I'm bound to forget. Well, it does work. All I've got is just that one color in the palette, which is that it just came out of a tube, said maroon. I think I might regret this. I think
It's David Bowie.
Yeah.
I remember George's picture of that. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, he did David Bowie, didn't he?
Yeah, he was good at doing those, wasn't he?
Yeah, I trained him up quite well on that. I'm disappointed I didn't take him to the Muddyford Art Festival. I was sort of... It was going to be one of my controversial... people looking at it would be sort of going, oh, what's that then? Oh, that's interesting. Why is there a picture of this bloke in here? You can always sense it, can't you? I was thinking, yeah, that would have been really great fun.
You didn't go in the end, did you?
No. James and I was at the back making the frames for it, and James and Melanie asked that I didn't go. because the sort of added risk and that, you know. So I have to respect that, don't I?
Mm.
So, tell you the truth, I want that. It didn't break my heart, put it that way. I did drive around there Friday, and Sunday on the way back from Mel's dad, so I went round there. And it was quite busy, heaving, a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure it would have been all right, but Jimbo was feeling a bit vulnerable or whatever, you know, a bit worried. Then I don't think it's not right to. I think one week, we need another image as well, another portrait for week after next. Look at that. How scary is this? Just looking for the brush is getting quite a bit. The paint's a bit lighter now, so I can just subtly put it on. But if you want to, what I was going to say, the reason I mentioned red and green is to make a shadow tone. If you add the red and the green together, you'll get where's my bit of paper, spare paper? I did it just now, just before I started. There's a bit of the rose and some green, and you get a lovely tonal grey colour. So if you've got any areas where you feel that you want to add shadow, then to your flesh colour, and if you've obviously got red in it, then that's one to watch out for. One to bear in mind. You'll get a nice grey, a nice sort of tonal grey, I think is the word. Already too dark in places, or what I class as too dark, and I'm starting to hold the brush further down, which I'm trying to avoid. It's a bit like learning a musical instrument. You just got to sort of keep reminding yourself that you sort of look at the picture and see you're not looking for specific items, specific features, specific anything. You're just looking for little bits, little shapes, and keep picking them up before you put any. What you're doing is really establishing areas. It does start to work. The hair, I'm going to struggle with that. I know. I instinctively know, or intuitively, whatever the word is. A bit more green in there. See if I can get it to go a bit grey. Didn't really want her to have purple hair. Well, I'm just looking for dark bits. I can add colour. Trouble is, I haven't got that colour image that I'm looking at on the screen. That we were looking at on the screen. I haven't got it. My printer ink went out, died, or light magenta, which creates all the nice blue colours. It sort of died on me. I ordered one, but the postman hasn't been yet, so.
You might have gathered that my postman has been.
Was that all that was about? You think they'd have got used to that by now?
No.
It's a habit.
They even bark at postmen when I'm walking them round. If they go into somebody's houses, they start barking at them. My postman is so used to it now.
I was watching artist mate, or one of the artists from years ago from Pine Walk. She lives, I think it's Ferndown or somewhere over that way. There's like a little bit of heathland, marshland over there. She's got two Alsatian thingies running around, jumping in the water, and oh, isn't it wonderful? Letting them have a, and I'm thinking, no, it's not. I haven't wound her up yet, but I'm tempted because she's always she's one of these protect the badgers people, you know, goes off on rallies and all the rest of it. And I'm thinking, well, that's all very well, but you just let your dogs run wild all over the heathland and parkland where all the ground nesting birds are and all the rest of it. So, you know, if you care that much, quite frankly, if I'm out with my dog or out just having a walk, the last thing I want is two dirty, soaking wet, just come out of ditch, flipping Alsatians jumping around me and pounding around, you know? They don't care, these people. They're sort of self-righteous. It's all naturalism and save the environment, but only on my terms. It's on my space. That's my rant for the morning. Thank you, Dave. That's all right. Well, it's true. I just find it. They're all sort of
hypocrites.
Yeah, sort of do-gooders on their terms, but if you confront them, and that's different, isn't it? See what I mean about just slowly. And this woman's got this. She hasn't got particularly good teeth either. I'm just going to look for some shapes there. I think I've got this thing about. No one's got worse teeth than me, but I mean, poor old Clint. It's one of our heroes, and his teeth are sort of decidedly.
Yeah.
Think all that money, mate. You could go and get them. He's laughing there, and he's saying, "What do you knew? They're not my real ones anyway." Oh, sorry, Chris. What? Yeah, it was Mel's 60th birthday yesterday.
Oh, was it? Oh, happy
Yeah.
birthday to you, Mel.
Yeah, bless her. So we went over to her dad's on Sunday, which was gate crushed. The idea was that it was just like me, Mel and James, and Emily with her two little grandkiddies, you know. So, but after about an hour, her sister and two of her daughters turned up. Sort of spoiled it. Obviously, we don't get on very well, but we don't not get on. Trouble is, like Mel says, she wants to go over to have a chat and meet with her dad and all the rest of it. And then they turn up and all they do is talk about themselves and, you know, some people are like that. They can go in a place and blab, 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 and they've sort of taken it over. It's really, really annoying. And they don't have any sort of COVID related things, you know. It's all a big hoax and nothing. Oh God. And they run a toddler group as well. And so's mum's a doctor, and she says, "Oh, you want to hear what she says?" And I'm thinking, "Oh God, not one of them."
I prefer to listen to a scientist.
Yeah. What's the Google doctors are a pain, aren't they?
Yep.
So we'll try and put a bit of flesh on the bones, I suppose. I think you'll be all right today, Carol. I think we're going early.
So I've just been up to see the Peter. I've missed some of it, so don't worry.
No, I think I'm getting influenced by Joyce's pictures now.
Yeah, we'll all be doing block colours. I think it'd be easier. Perhaps not.
Well, I
Well,
think it might be.
Do you think so? Is it the
I
easy way
do.
out? Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the thing
let's have
about
a
it,
go.
the thing about it is, it's quite ingenious way of, well, it's that sort of way of painting is a precursor to painting, or an alternative precursor to painting in the way that we're doing this. Because I keep saying, don't look for the shapes. You know, you're putting the tonal bits in, looking for the shape. Don't paint the person, what you think is the person. You just just work on the tonal. If you look for a little triangle, a little color shape, well, doing that type of contemporary painting there that Joyce just did so well is similar. You're even breaking it down into even more shapes, or larger shapes initially, but you could still, if you can see what I mean, it's a similar way of working. Big mistake. So I'm thinking out loud, not put in the there's a reason why it's coming out this color. It's because the reference image that I'm using is much it's not, I need more white. It's not like the picture on this, the color headshot that I showed you earlier. It's definitely not like that. Just try and find, it's a lovely shape going down here. It's a bit like butter in a cake as well. But I think just look for, I think once you've established the tonal bits, then you can start adding. Nearly finished here. I've said that before. Look, naughty. Don't go there. But all I've got here is a light fleshy tone and a little bit of white. So just the white helps to let the paint move a bit. Gone a bit grey there. One thing I notice about these evergreen brushes that I'm using is that you have to wash them out much more. You have to get much more thoroughly, if that's the word. Keep missing words, I know. Otherwise, it doesn't take the old colour off. I think in the past few weeks I've been using it, and every so often you hear this, oh, because I've gone into clean the brush and then gone into the nice bright clean colour, only to put a residue of brown, black or light grey or whatever. This nose is going to be a nightmare, you know that, don't you?
Don't talk to me about noses.
Yeah. I've already, even this morning, first thing I was looking at it thinking, oh dear, here we go. One thing I did when I was sketching it yesterday, I did consider was when I was doing the eye, I've actually, there's more than one, let's get a pencil and I'll show you what I mean. There's more than one part to it. I did the eyeball, the pupil, sorry, yeah. And then I thought, yeah, then I put the eyelids on and the, you know, and then I noticed that there's a line there, and I thought, oh Christ, yeah, there's an eyeball. So if you what you think is the white of the eye isn't the white of the eye. It's a ball. It's a ball, and either side of the ball is some fleshy bits, and inside's the pupil. Sort of not a eureka moment, but it was a sort of conscientious. Oh yeah, and then carried on sketching like you do, you know. I'm gonna try, because I'll show you later. I'm gonna try and mix up a much nicer flesh colour. Well,
that looks a bit bright.
yeah, it does. It, yeah, all right.
Done. Been
I did.
tangoed.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little bit of tone it down, am I? But that happened to me that happened to me earlier. On you can see. You see, it's what I keep saying to you people. No matter how you paint, you end up doing it exactly the same way over and over again. So, and there's like earlier on saying, well, yeah, I like when you paint it a second time, it comes out slightly different. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not so sure about that. You end up making similar mistakes. But that, yeah, that's much too whatever. I think we'll take a bit of that out. Oh, fortune favours the brave. With you. Phil, you fool. But using the white paint is such a nice thing to do. Nice way of painting, especially in this. It's really painting like you would in an oil or a water acrylic, really. But including the white in there. I know why I did that. There was a method in that madness. I'll do it on the bit of paper. I'll mix up a bit. No, what it was for lips. That's what I was thinking. See but I did learn the other day that messing around. It's really funny, this, isn't it? Trying to paint with one eye and look at the reference image with the other eye. You can't. All you got to do is sort of say, right, there's the shape. Just look at the shape and try and just draw the shape. And using this. Yeah, that's not too bad. I did it the other day and I thought that lady from the Mal Galleries, and I looked at her lips and I thought, crikey. That was so, and this crimson, this is sort of a Algerian crimson type colour. It is so high staining, it just gets into the paper, and that's your lot, you know. Yeah, I'm quite pleased now. I suppose I could really sort of stop now and say, well, there you go, pop art.
Yeah, I quite like it like that myself.
Well, I'm not going to, because
Oh.
no, because I need more flesh. And if you, I'll show you the reference image before we go, and you'll see why I'm doing it, why it's going the way that it is, and but this bit, this sort of painting at this stage, is what's the word? Fun with colour, because that's all you're doing. Is sort of looking for those shapes like there. There's a distinct white part right in that part of the eye of the ear. I think it does come around. Ears and eyes are ears and noses are. I nearly said a no, but they are interesting. There's no doubt about it.
I think the lips are hard to do as well.
I just think it's good. It's good.
Mm.
It's a good. Well, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. If have I missed a trick with George by not spending a little bit of extra bit of intention and time learning some of the things that he was doing in his portraits, but I was quite close to him, and a lot of time he'd ask, or he'd say, "What do you think about this?" And I'd say, "Well, personally, I use a bit more of, it needs this, it needs that on." So I was watching what he was doing, and I was part of what he was doing, and not his journey, obviously, but I was a part of it. So I was watching it. I don't know if you just saw what I was doing there. I've been putting this colour on, these tonal values on, but one of the things about it is, Chrissy, you can do this in acrylics as well, is if you just put clean water on the brush, you can hatch it. It's almost cross hatch it, or it's just smoothing it in.
Yeah, it blends it well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you can sort of. So once you've established all these sort of details, you can smooth them in, and then you look at it again and think, "Oh God, that needs a bit of this," and then gradually build it all back up again. But at least you've got that option. You do. You just looking at. I think. The eyes on mine are a sort of a greyish brown, but I'm sticking to what I said before. I'm going to use the round brush only because it's got a little bit of a point on it. I'm fixated with this now, using a light hint of green on the eye. Just put it in and walk away and go to another part of the picture. There's something about eyes that have that whenever I look at it, I can see sea green in them. That's sort of a very light green. I'm stuck with it at the moment, but then again, this painting lark is a journey anyway, isn't it? How you do it one week, totally different from how you did it the next week. And like we were saying earlier, if I paint this picture tomorrow, it'll come out totally different. Because the thing about painting portraits, she has got an elfin chin. If you can get that pointy bit, you're on a winner. But it has got a shadow under it, so hence the reason I mixed up that grey earlier. Looks quite what's the word? Quite pretty. Big side bit now, isn't it? That was Sainsbury's, just been and gone. Mr. Sainsbury. Try and find some noses or noses. Trouble with this image, the nose is hard to see because it's all in shadow, which you're gonna have to have a go at. I'm being naughty here. I'm painting with the hand. Try as you might. Old habits really hard to get rid of. And the paper is lifting quite nicely, which is always interesting. I was looking at the hair a minute ago thinking it might be a good choice to use the fan brush. Well, I think what I might do, I've got a different palette of paints here, but one of the colours in there is raw sienna, which I don't know why I've got this. I thought about it earlier, thinking, whoops, that was my reference image, taking a dive. I was thinking of a raw sienna sort of feel to the inner hair. If I've got some here, I can introduce it into my. Stuck my paint in on the thing, and it took a walk. Decided to come with it. So I've got what are those things called? A pan stuck to the end of the brush. What colour hair do you want, love? Oh, nice. A nice goldy yellow. This is Carol territory. I don't know, every time I get on hair, I think I need Carol here.
I don't know.
You get a bit rusty now, have you? Gone a bit rusty?
Yeah.
Mel cuts her own. No.
Oh,
I
finally went to the hairdressers and got mine done properly yesterday.
yeah, we know that it looks nice. I was saying you look like your picture behind you.
Yeah, we say that, yeah.
We were talking to you before you could hear us.
Oh. This is so much easier watching this on the tablet. David and Kat bought me one for my birthday, and my other friends bought me one of the Alexa show things. So
awesome.
I spent the last couple of days sorting out all this technology.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is so much better. have a big screen.
Mm.
Raw sienna that is on the, I've used on the hair, gives it a nice feel. And once put the highlights in, it should look all right. What I was going to say earlier, well, I might have said it, was I was planning on. It's done it again. Get off. Keep putting the brush in the. I've got a pan of paint in those Petersburg pans, full pan. Put the brush in and it sticks. The pan comes out of the box, doesn't it? I was going to say you might. I won't do it in its full thing, but using the fan brush, you should be able to get that feeling of hair, because there's people out there that would, well, do paint every strand of hair, you know, which is fair enough if you've got the time and the inclination, which I am. I just wondered.
Have you seen that artist on one of the Facebook art groups? I don't know which one. Who draws with coloured ballpoint pens?
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Oh, amazing! I just don't know how they do it. I mean, using basically a biro to do a portrait, and you'd think it was painted. It's just amazing.
Just spends time. It's just practice.
Yeah. But to do all the skin using a biro, and it just looks like paint. It's incredible.
Did you see that one? I think it was last year, portrait artist, and he did it like that. And it was sort of like, you know, like how you sketch it in with the lines, don't you? And he did it all like that. I think he won, actually.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah, this one is more, it just looks like paint when it's finished.
Oh,
you can't see the lines, if you like.
I nearly bought some yesterday because I went and got like the drawing pens. They did have some coloured ones there, and I thought, ooh. But I didn't get them. I just got the black ones.
Yeah, I've bought so many different things over the years, and a lot of them are still in the cupboard.
Yeah.
you sort of go through a phase and don't use them again.
Shame she's not around to find out what lipstick she's using. Because if I use my if you use this rose colour, it is just so fierce.
But then they did have bright lipstick in those days, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm not concerned about the. Well, I suppose it don't matter, does it? What colour lipstick she has on.
What colour you like?
It won't. What's the word? Stand out until you put some highlights on anyway, which I'm not in the mood for at the moment. I'm just looking, because I've blended quite a lot. I'm just trying to find some more. The eyebrows, I'm not. As long as I've got them roughly where I want them, in the right position. I'm just trying to look for whites. So next week, biros, girls. We're going to go painting in biros.
Oh no.
Probably be here till about 5:30, just doing the first bit. Trying to find. trying to find done it. A nice colour. I've got a nice little brush that this is a Terry Harrison. What's he called? His small detail brush. And I'm just gonna I'm not sat down, I'm stood up. Just gonna put a little bit detail on those nashers. Problem is, I've said before, once you get hold of a small brush in your hand, it becomes stuck there. You end up spending quite a lot of time because you're drawing effectively, aren't you, with the brush? Try and find some. I don't know about her nose. I'm trying to find the shapes. But I'm struggling. I think it's one of those I'm going to have to go away and sit down and have a think about it. Doesn't matter how I do it, it's going to come out wrong. Do you know? But that's by the by. Just this bit burnt umber and blue. Try and make up a nice dark tone to play with. Have a look. Try and find. So it goes right. It's a real curvy bit to it on it. Whereas the other side, there's nothing. It's just a light. What's the word? Just a light. It's all in shadow. So the whole thing is just a shadow. Oh, don't sound so sad, Dave. You'll be all right. Well, it is. It's just a shadow. And then blend it in. Dun, 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 dun. It's a little bit of shadow over there. Ears, nose, eyes. I don't know why we do portraits. We don't like painting any of them. Well, I think that's because we're so conditioned ourselves to looking at photographs that which is fair enough. When you come to paint the flipping things, you've still got that photographic picture or view in your mind's eye, which is not what we're trying to achieve. Doesn't matter anyway, because anything you put in, you can probably need a rigger here, just to add a little bit of interest to the party. I don't know about these lips. I'm in a quandary. I keep thinking, I know I haven't put the highlight on yet, but I just want them to be softer. I don't want them to be.
Looking at the original colour picture, and her lips definitely turn up more. You know, she's smiling more in the corners.
Oh, well, I haven't put any shadows in there, have I? Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking, because there's these sort of shadow areas that make it look that form more of part of the lip. See what I mean? Just this sort of a shady bit in the mouth, and of course, I think doing one of these in an hour is really brave, really. The other thing is we haven't got any highlights on the lips. Paint's a bit damp at the moment, so it's not gonna play with me. I'm not too displeased with this at the moment. I'll be kind. I had a bit. Every time I say I had a bit, it turns out to be a massive, great blurb of it. Oh, goodness gracious me. Let's find I've got a little row of riggers here. My plan was just to add a few little dinky doodads, little shadow areas, and blend a few bits around. Ooh, bet I couldn't do that again. Did you put that line under her lip? Oh, I think, ooh, blimey. If you have to be like a bit like a surgeon, isn't it? You know, sort of softly. Just wonder if I can take a bit of a blend. Had a bit of blend off. So annoying. Putting paint on and then taking it off and moving it around. Stand back. What if? Have a look. Maybe. But I'm convinced putting that little bit of green in the eye helps a lot. I think I've got most of the nice bits that that we can build on, and it's just a question of adding layers of colour. I haven't put eyelashes in, but I won't do that probably till tomorrow when it's dry, because they need to be quite defined, don't they? I could put a few intimations where they are. If you see the image, I'll show you the image that I'm following in a minute, and you'll say, you'll see why it's different. I don't. What's the word? She's not older, but it's slightly a different. But I was quite pleased about it in a way, because it's forcing me to look at it different. In other words, I'm not following the colour of the photograph. I'm having to use my imagination and make up all my just it's forcing me to do things slightly different, looking at the different lights and shades rather than follow the the photograph, because if you get those photographs like that, they can distract you from what you should be looking at, which is the colours, not necessarily the actual individual colours, but the shapes of the colours. It's like if there's and where they're established, and when you add them all up, they make the picture. And little things like trying to find the negatives in the colour as well. If you're looking for areas to paint in the negative, and that finds the shape. Don't paint the chair, paint what surrounds the chair, that sort of thing. Not sure that's a good move. It's like she's lost a tooth. Well, they are. I think some things you just have to. You just have to sit down and look at in a much tidier light, and do a little bit less. That's all right. She's pointing at me. Yeah. Well, funny, isn't it? Right at the very start, I mixed up that before I even switched the thing on, the zoom on. I mixed up a load of red and green to give me that sort of shadowy tone. Very strange why I did that. It's almost like in my mind was saying, you're going to need that, mate. That's going to make your picture look interesting. And that nose comes down there a bit, doesn't it? And goes across there a bit more. Finding a little bit of shadow, but it does actually come down, so being watercolour, should be able to spread that down a bit. And goes over there. Yeah, well, that's one to play with, isn't it? One to work on. And being watercolour, we're not going to get solid opaque paint, which is part of the thing. Definitely white up here, or paler. And there's a nice pale bit there. So say, try and find the. And obviously, if I use that fan brush, I've just splashed paint everywhere. Where is it? Ah, there you go. With some, perhaps a little bit of whites on it. Take the edge off. Maybe not. Too much water. Just pop in some. Nah, it's not working. It's gone a bit too much water on it. Carol, you're just going to have to paint every strand of hair one at a time.
That's it.
I've used raw sienna on.
I can't see the top bit anyway.
No, I can't either.
Oh wow! Saved by the.
Oh,
I was.
yeah.
But it looks bad, but it's fading off because the white. Because I've used the white, it's fading off anyway. So, and I've got my other brush She is a ginger. Well, she isn't in my picture.
Oh, I always thought she was dark haired.
Yeah.
No. In this film, she had ginger hair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yep. It's not. It's a sort of a burnt sienna, raw sienna, burnt sienna brown colour. But you can have brown if you can have black if you like. I don't. It's your picture. I think. Yeah. When you see, I think that's okay. I got something to work with, but like I say, once you put look for some highlights in it, and slowly put them in, you'll get it. Just capturing some light. Poor girl. There's a guy on Facebook that does it. Paints his wife quite often and puts it, and he keeps putting these pictures up on Facebook of his missus. And I keep looking at it thinking, God, that bloody poor woman, she don't deserve this.
Was it that bad?
Well, yeah.
Oh dear.
In my opinion, it's not very complimentary.
Oh dear.
I'm surprised he's been married as long as he has. I wouldn't do that. I'm a bit funny about things like that. Yeah. Her mouth needs to be slightly smaller. Her teeth need to be slightly smaller, which I can do. And find some, like I say, with the watercolour, it's too much water on there. Let's dab that off. Ugh. What the heck was on that tissue?
It's got a pimple now.
Yeah, it's got a bloody. About a pimple. Oh, flipping it, Chris. What is it? Don't panic, Captain. I said I wanted her mouth to look smaller, and then he destroyed it altogether. Then that's all right. And that was that lovely fine shadow line that I put underneath on it. Gone forever. Oh dear. Just when I thought everything was going not too bad for a change.
When you do the eyelashes, you just do them in the corners, sort of going outwards towards the ears.
That's what I've got this did have a rigger a minute ago. This shadowy colour that I mixed up with the red and green, which gave me that sort of grey colour, didn't it, right from the start? So yeah, I mean, once you dab a few in, and I can't say I don't look at women in that way, so I don't sort of notice eyelashes and all this. You know, I'm too scared to look. After that lady, I told Chrissy that story at bloody Castle Point yesterday with her kids. Put me off a bit.
What was that then?
What was it? It was a couple went to Castle Point, did some shopping, and after they finished, they went in McDonald's, sat down, thought, oh, we'll have a drink a minute. And next thing you know, the kid next door is climbing all over the plastic partition screen that they've got in between, right?
Mm.
and they sort of, and he's starting to cough over them and everything.
Oh God.
And when they said something, nothing nasty, you know, the woman, pregnant woman that was his mum, kicked off a bit, and as she got up and left,
Excuse me.
as she got up, oh, hang on, as she got up and left, the woman coughed over him as well.
Oh gosh.
And she,
Crikey.
Oh, how disgusting.
pregnant woman
Oh.
as well. So she said he was pregnant. I
Oh.
thought myself, well, it's like I said, well, what do you expect? You can't expect too much at bloody McDonald's anyway.
Oh, I went down to the pool yesterday afternoon and I thought, oh, I don't like it down there anymore. It's just, oh, I don't know. It just looks horrible down there, doesn't it, when you go shopping? After oh, hang on. Hello, all right.
I think at some point we can sit and have a play with our rigger and smaller brush and start putting in some darker parts in her hair and having a little play with her eyes. I think her eyes aren't warm enough for me now. Whatever I just did, it's not very good. And same with the hair. Gonna have to spend some time putting some bits back in. It's a combination of white. I don't think there's no right and wrong. Oh God, what do I look at then? Like I say, I'm gonna have to have a little play with her mouth, but it'll develop. It'll take shape over the next few days, and look, the way I'm doing this and way I'm painting it in this sort of way is so that when it dries, when the fun really starts, is as it dries back. There's a shadow there. Hang on. As it dries, when it's dry, you can start blending. A bit too much, that. A bit? You chop their ear off. Oh, Dave, you're such a twit. Well, no, it's watercolour, so we can just lift it off anyway. Yeah, okay.
Are you going to leave her eyes that colour, or will you do them darker?
Thinking about it. And I'm a bit...
You look nice.
Well, I think I can get them warmer and rounder and add... Everything's really soaking wet at the moment. Add a little bit more shadow here and there. I make them slightly smaller, but they are distinct. And the eyebrows need just tightening up a bit. I think a little bit of, sounds a bit off, but add a little bit, I've done it now, add a little bit of blue, cerulean blue, into that sort of grey mix and include it in the eyebrows. It just sort of warms them up a bit. I know it's blue and it's supposed to make things colder, but because of the colour I've got underneath, it's warming it up. And I've deliberately left her teeth, what's the word, yellow for a minute. I've done that a lot. Just the way I've developed, or I'm seeing people's teeth as yellow. No, don't get too excited, because what I'm doing is I'm underpainting it a yellow colour, so that when I put a little bit of white on it, they're not white, but they're an off white. And I've only got my haven't got my reading glasses on, which I keep saying I need to paint with my reading glasses on, because I don't know why. Obviously, because I can see better, and I haven't been able to touch this area here because of the paper's lifted. So I've learnt that today. I don't know why I can see a hint of yellow up in amongst this, amongst here and there. But I haven't smoothed anything down specifically yet, which tomorrow, or as things dry off, then we can use the damp brush and sort of, like I'm doing there, just sort of blend things around, and it will suddenly change a lot. Get rid of those warts. Did you know Audrey Hepburn had warts? No. Well, why have they got them on that picture? You can hear them, said little Johnny. Look, this is inspirational stuff. I don't care what anyone. This is down to you now. Target is Chrissy goes off, grinds her teeth, and says, "I'm going to do it better than that." I'll sort him out.
Just
And
when I popped off in, there was a friend just visited briefly, only on the doorstep, on her way elsewhere, and I haven't seen her for about 4 years. So, and she's moved, and I could never find it. It's like literally, and her address is like a 4-figure number, Wimborne Road. And I tried to find it so many times, and I haven't been able to. So I've just said to her, next time I'm sort of at a loose end, which won't be for another month, I'll give you a ring when I get where I think I am, and you'll have to direct me from there. It's like, I can't remember the address, but it's like 1122 Wimborne Road, and it's in the middle of nowhere. I can't find it. And having never been there before to the house, I've no idea what it looks like or anything. Anyway, I'll catch up with her eventually.
got these little things on her dress as well, hasn't she? Can put some dots in. I think they're flowers. But then again, state of my eyesight, it could be anything. It could be, which is great, really. When you first start out and you see you watch people do watercolours and you think, how do they paint that? It's like it's blurred, but it's not blurred, and you can see what it is. And then as you get older, it comes natural because you're bloody blind. So what was once desirable comes naturally. There you go. Put her ears in a bit more shadow, and there's a bit more shadow here as well to put back in. This side's more in shadow than the other side, and a rigger will put those dimples back in nicely later. So yeah, you tell I'm relaxed about this picture because I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. I'm just thinking. Have you got a parrot there, Chris, or?
Yeah, sounds a bit like it.
Oh, it's the
Not
it's
here.
Oh,
no, it's what goes up and down the main road. We're always ambulances and police cars.
It sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. So they put their siren.
Very good. What
I've got
time?
the door open. Sorry.
What time is it? Anybody got a time?
12. Yeah, 12.
12.
Getting to that stage now where I'm thinking, don't want to. I've lost my flat line. There it is. But I don't want to.
I think it's my drawing that lets me down. If I haven't got the right drawing, it will never look right, will it?
Well,
Keep practicing.
that is all you can. There is no other answer to that.
No.
But always looks all right to me.
Hmm.
I think I'm going to put more white in the top. Ready for the big. Trouble is, if you put using white on your brush or in your palette, it tones the paint down. You know, it mutes it. That's a better word. So when you come to paint, put the paint on, it's muted. I think Chrissy, you'll have great fun with the hair because
Mm.
the acrylic will give it a little bit more opacity. I'm just gonna.
I'm away next week, and so is Anna Gordon. We're together camping.
Yeah, no one's given me another portrait challenge
Oh,
for
gosh.
not for next week, the week after next.
I'll have a think.
If you think of someone,
I'll have a think.
I was going to do Billy Connolly, and then I thought, I don't know, I don't like him that much.
No.
Too much hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Talking of too much hair. Anyway.
Trying to find a darker colour. I think I might have to just squish my palette area out a bit. I'm going to add a little bit burnt umber, a little bit of green, and a little hint of blue. Hint of blue, I need a lot, but let's fit. There you go.
What's next week's challenge?
Egg and spoon.
Oh.
Well, I thought that.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry that I'm away.
You're not being sarky, are you?
No, would I?
I'll be.
You know
No.
me, but it's not a
I spent quite some time organising the photo shoot. I think I'm at that stage where I'm kind of want to stop.
Yeah.
Where I want to let it relax and come back and fight dirty tomorrow. No, because there's little subtle things like in the teeth where you only have to put in like a little smidgen of a line, and what Chrissy was saying earlier about the curl of the curl of the lips suddenly appears out of nowhere, and it's just one of those things. And like the dimples, well, I know they're smudgy, but I'm not fussed about that. What I wanted to make sure, and like there's a double eyeliner at the top that needs a rigger that you can. Those are the things that put all the, and like, hang on, there's a bit. The more you look at, as you get closer, the more things you'll notice. Like just there's a fine line that goes across. I can't do it with this brush. I need the rigger. Why didn't you use the rigger? Well, I had the other one in my hand at the time. You know, it's that sort of thing. But if I take the rigger with the dirty paint in, and put another line there, I'll create more warmth and interest in the eye, and that you can't. You just got to sit down and have a look at it and have a go at it, and what we're trying to capture, there's little bits like that work. Other than that, I ain't too unhappy. The hair I'm not too fussed about because it's just a matter of mixing up some. That nice lady give me that paint. Some brown. You say her hair's brown, but I'm saying it is brown, but it has got.
It's got warm tones in it. I can see it now.
It's got like golden, gingery
yeah
tones in.
No, don't make it too dark.
No, the brown's not going to work there.
No.
Well, it will. I just need it to be slightly.
Put some more colour on it.
Yeah, just need to flick it a bit because it's flicked back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, hairdresser Dave. Yes, she's brushed it back. You see, so it's you know, like you do.
She's got a bit of a bouffance.
Yeah. Stupid boy. Right. I'm gonna let that.
Nice.
I'm gonna let it melt.
Oh.
And then you can
I'd
show.
be happy if I could do something like that, but.
Yeah, but it isn't finished.
I know, but.
It's no way. It's nowhere. But there's times when the paper's getting tired. But I'm confident because I've got all this lovely layers of paint on it that I'll be able to add a lot more to it at some point when it's dried off. Roger Deller says he leaves his for 36 hours, you know, to let the paint really do its, to really dry back, and then you can have some fun blending it in. And I think it's slightly true. What's it look like on the screen? She looks a bit elfin.
Oh, she looks good.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh.
The thing I'm not sure about is the eyebrow, the right hand one. It doesn't go down. It goes straight across. Yours does.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
You're getting fussy now, Chris.
Where's it? Which is right? Which is right?
Down.
Is this the one you?
No, the other one. The other one. That's it.
Goes down a bit there, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh dear. You're good with detail, Chris, aren't you? You notice a lot.
I don't know about that.
It's just so I have to sit down and think about it, and
My eyebrows are so faint. I've spent so much time penciling them in.
Oh, I know. They disappear, don't they? And your eyelashes.
Oh, eyelashes are dreadful.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
Looks too wide now, doesn't it?
I'm not saying anything.
I've put it back to how it was. It looked fine. Oh dear.
Well, I can't do much because I've lost my brush.
Oh.
Oh no, got 'em back.
So you're going to do this before you go away then, Chris, are you?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might have to do it this afternoon because I'm absolutely chock-a-block between now and Friday.
Oh dear.
I did go out before the rain this morning and put a load of clothes up in the caravan. The trouble is, it's not just a normal week's holiday, it's a Caribbean themed meet.
Oh yeah, you were saying.
Dress up and decorate the caravan, and so it's not just chucking the normal stuff.
Hard work, I should think, isn't it?
Well, it is on your own trying to think of everything and guarantee to forget something. But anyway, I'm fine.
It's just a bit
And
wet.
it's Swanage now anyway, so they'll be going straight there.
I want to make her neck a bit thinner, a bit lighter as well. So just need it to dry off. Sort it. I've had enough. Eyebrows. Eyebrows or no eyebrows?
They're fine. They're fine.
Oh, I know. I was going to say, yeah. The reason that I've deliberately, well, I've been using the image I've been using is totally different. The colours are totally different to what.
Yeah. But then.
So I need to just smooth it out. But I've got enough information there now to really have a go at her. Once that's all smoothed out around there, but you can't do it when it's like this because it needs to dry off.
Yeah.
The same with
you make it look so easy.
But the acrylics, that is the beauty of acrylics, isn't it? They dry.
There you are.
Oh.
He's in it, and he's in a gold frame as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Gosh, that's fantastic.
I had him all framed up, raring to go.
Oh. When we all get back together, you'll have to bring that in and show the others, won't you?
Yeah.
That's Lord George Naden, Esquire.
Yeah. Are you putting all your portraits up? They're all all the ones you're doing. They're good.
Doing some. I like that one.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I think, yeah, but it's not finished. But for how long?
See, I'd look at that and think, oh, that's finished.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do next.
The thing to do next is to let it, once it's dried off, then we can start doing some, once we smooth all the face, all these areas and that, blend them in, a bit like you do with pastels, you can smooth it in gently with a soft brush. Of course, it's at a funny angle as well.
I think it's going to be the hardest one yet because her skin and everything is so perfect. All the others have had nice wrinkly faces.
I've been saying that, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've been saying that for ages. That doing the old fogies and us wrinklies is it's easier because they've got so many bumps and things you can sort of hide stuff in. Perhaps I don't know what the word is, but yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to doing a bit more on it.
I'll have to think of somebody wrinkly for next time then. No, I suppose we should practice. What did you say?
Self-portraits.
That would be a laugh, wouldn't it? See what we do of ourselves. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Who did you say? Sorry.
Pardon?
Who did you say? I didn't catch.
Self-portraits.
Oh, self-portrait. Oh my word. No way.
Yeah, I'm reticent. something. So, because I mean, I haven't got that much confidence, and I'm thinking, well, I've destroyed Audrey Hepburn, I've murdered George, I've crucified Clint Eastwood, and that poor lady at Malgary's. And now I'm gonna attack myself, and I'm thinking, whoa, I think I err on the side of caution there.
Yeah.
Well, might be able to.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't think, I don't fancy that one.
Every time, if you take a picture of yourself on the phone, you look terrible. Well, I do. I think, oh my God, all the lines show up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You don't have to put the lines in though, do you?
Yeah, I was only joking, honestly.
A younger, yeah.
Hang on a minute before you disappear. I got into trouble. I got into trouble yesterday from. Hang on, copy that. Now I'm gonna close this. 2 secs. I'm nearly there. I'm gonna go doink, and I'm gonna plus to make it bigger. I got into trouble yesterday. Nearly got into trouble. Saying these Facebook groups are getting really interesting now, aren't they? And then and one little lady said, well, I hope you don't think I'm Miss Piggy.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
I know the bloody green frog is in the middle. But he had glasses and a cap on.
Well, I was thinking the one next to him.
Yeah, Fuzzy Bear. Yeah, that'd be it.
Oh,
I
dear.
just,
That's good.
I thought I better not say too much. I do like these.
Can you see that image? Just looking.
Who's that? Omar Sharif.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Oh gosh, that'd be hard, wouldn't it? Well,
Oh,
a moustache. Has he
Yeah.
got a moustache? Yeah.
a lot of teeth.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Come on.
we don't
We have
like
something
teeth.
something without teeth.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Talking self-portraits.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, Omar Sharif's all right, isn't her? No, I think we should carry on. If it's got teeth, put them in. Show no fear.
Oh gosh.
We're going to go where other artists fear to tread.
Yeah.
His teeth are so dominant that they can be big and shiny, can't they?
Like I say, I right. It's just natural
What
thinking
about
to me.
Mick Jagger? He's got. I just think. He's,
Trouble
I never did think he looked good.
No.
Don't like him at all.
Well, we can certainly sort that out. Take him apart.
Oh.
Know what I mean? Got your lips, mate.
Who was one of that band? I can't think which one. The one I think he does really good art. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't remember which one it is now, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Keith Richards.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling. Got a feeling.
Well, a lot of them were art students anyway.
Yeah, it does help, doesn't it? If you go to art college
in the 60s and 70s, because they could get a loan and go to art school for 3 years, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So I know I did it. Yeah, I did. I can't remember what it was I did now. I did some did some course. Hey ho, it's gone. Right. Well, at least it's It's still recorded this week, so I haven't got to go through it all over again.
No. Okay then.
Right. See you.
That's really good. Well, we'll see what we can do this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank
I'll see you
you.
next week. I won't see you next week.
Oh yeah,
all right.
holiday.
Have a good
I wasn't
holiday.
able to record it either because
Yeah.
we won't have a signal or anything.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy your holiday.
It'll still go on. It'll
Right,
still go
I'll-
online anyway.
right.
So
Okay, I've got to go now. Peter's coming. Okay, then I'll see you all
All right,
next
bye.
week.
Bye, Carol.
Bye,
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
bye
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Get
Thanks
the-
very much,
Yes.
Dave.
Get the
See you
kettle
next
on.
week. Yeah. Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.